Okay, so I'm going to quickly show off what I've done here in the base. So the first thing that I added right here is a chair right to the end here. I can mount it, sit in the chair, look out over my valley. I've named this the Valley of the Sun because it gets sun all throughout the day. There's no shade because of the way that the sun moves from east to west. And so I can just kind of sit here and watch over my valley. There's people there. There's another house behind the trees over there, or behind the rock over there. And I can just kind of observe and press spacebar to jump out. I made it just close enough to the edge that I wouldn't fall off. So this is what it looks like from the edge. I'll go down and look at that in a second. Right here I got 3 solar panels, not using that battery at the moment, but I got the 3 solar panels hooked up to 2 root combiners. And I got a whole bunch of circuitry that I've been working on here. This took me a really long time to figure out. I actually have, you can see in the camera, I drew diagrams, circuit diagrams, to try and figure it out, and even then I got it wrong the first time. All of these components are in use. I can take out the wire tool to make it obvious here, but basically the main function here, the main idea that I wanted to do, there's 2 things. One is a switch that turns on lights throughout all the throughout all the base, but that part's really easy. The main thing that I wanted to try and set up was a motion detector alarm that's always on even when I'm offline. So you can see here, when I go into range of it, so this is it right here. And I have it set to go off even with me, just so that I can test for power and stuff so that I know it's working. But if anyone goes within 20 feet of that sensor within line of sight, then it sets off an alarm. So it's got a speaker and 2 lights at the moment. I'm eventually going to change it to have a whole bunch of speakers and lights. I just need to collect materials to make that. And what it does is it does, should keep going off when I do that. There we go. Maybe you have to move within it. So what it does during the day is it draws power from the solar panels directly. So I have all that root power coming in to a branch. Which branch is it? Right here. So it's got 53 power coming in at the moment because it's the middle of the day. That branch right there, it's got one that goes out to the sensor and one that goes out to the timer. All of these branches are in use, so you can see here this that goes out to this right here. So that it comes, actually, here, wait, it comes in from the root combiner there. So yeah, it comes in here, then it splits up into the OR switch and the electrical branch, which is the second branch right here. I guess because, yeah. So yeah, all of these are this is really confusing. I honestly can't even remember how I set this up. But for the most part, it's basically like during the day, it's drawing power directly from the sun, from the solar panels, and the solar panels are also going through this splitter here to charge all the batteries. So you can see here, this battery's charging up, this battery's charging up, right here, and then at nighttime, this blocker right here, once it stops receiving, it's weird that it's not receiving any power right now, so it's the sun. Yeah, I can't remember how any of this works, but basically once it stops receiving power, this buggy. Once it stops receiving power from the sunlight, it'll start using the battery, kind of like a backup generator at night. And the other cool thing that I set up was this right here. So this is just a basic light switch, and this turns on lights in my entire base. So just a quick view here. This is the dome, and I also put a helipad out there. This is my research table, and you'll notice that there's lights in every room now. There's one in here, not right here because I like to look at it here at night, and then if there was one right here, people would be able to see, but over there they aren't able to see. Down here I got a turret, and I got more lights in here, so one in here, and one in here. So I can light up the whole base at night with that switch. Oh, also one in here as well. So just one single switch that I turn on at night, and that turns on all of those lights together. So turn that on to save battery. So that means it charges whenever it's not on, and then it uses battery power when I do turn it on. Nothing much has changed inside here, but I have a locker, which is kind of cool. But here I'm setting it off, so I got horse trough, mailbox, a couple hemp plants, and then this is the other thing that I added in right here. So this is a helipad. You can't actually keep helicopters because they despawn after 6 hours, and I unfortunately learned that the hard way. I parked one in here, and then it exploded. Just randomly. It just randomly exploded. I was really scared. I was in my house and it just exploded and I was really confused. But basically this is a pad right here. You can land the helicopter right here and actually drive it in and keep it inside here. I put a whole bunch of materials in this tool shed so it would just keep itself up on its own. And you can just keep a helicopter in there for like an hour maybe, or 2 hours. And then you can use it to maybe go up onto the dome, maybe do a couple of runs to the grocery store, stuff like that. But yeah, so that's basically what I've done here on this side. The other thing that I changed is around the outside here. So there's a sign that says Valley of the Sun, and then a bigger sign from this angle, Valley of the Sun up there. And I got a whole bunch of barricades and bear traps underneath this door if people want to try and go for it. Anyways, I think that's it. Yeah, this thing right here took me forever to figure out, so I'm really happy that this is working now. And it just beeps. That's awesome.